Hi everyone, Weather Guy here. Now I've been diving into Baldur's Gate 3 for the past couple of weeks, having a blast. Through all this playing, I've sort of made a mental checklist of cardinal sins to try to avoid. Of course, this isn't an exhaustive list of what to do and what not to do in the game, but these are the 3 things that stick out to me the most. They feel fairly intuitive, but it's easy to forget to keep them in mind. So I hope this video helps. The first cardinal sin is not using the action economy effectively. Action economy refers to the amount of actions that both you and your enemies have at your disposals. So, the more enemies in an encounter, the more lopsided the action economy favors them. To help counteract this, it is important to focus down individual enemies quickly. Fewer enemies means fewer attacks coming at our party. The second key consideration with action economy is making sure that we're making the most out of our turns. This means using effective actions and making sure to use bonus actions as often as possible. Missed bonus actions are missed opportunities to give yourself a bigger edge in encounters. Good uses for bonus actions can be things like the Pommel Strike, Bardic Inspiration, cunning actions on your rogues, or certain spells like Healing Word, Misty Step, and Spiritual Weapon. So, TLDR, shrink the enemy's action economy and maximize your own. The second cardinal sin is not using sneak attacks. So, the most important part of rogues is their sneak attack feature. To trigger this feature, you need to either have an ally within 5 feet of the creature you are attacking, or you need to have advantage on the attack. You can trigger this ability once per turn, and it is the key source of damage for rogues. So, your entire combat focus as a rogue should pretty much be spent trying to get a sneak attack. Now, if you are going for a melee sneak attack, then be sure to dual wield. This gives you multiple opportunities to hit, which greatly increases your odds of proccing your sneak attack. Of course, this is a bit more risky because they can easily attack you right back on their turn. For ranged sneak attacks, it is easiest to hide with your cunning action and follow it up with an attack at advantage due to being an unseen attacker. Even better if you can get your rogue to high ground. This grants you a +2 to your attack rolls and also makes it easier to hide from foes below you. Finally, if you are running an assassination subclass, be sure to attack an enemy that is after you on your first turn, as that will trigger a critical hit. Absolutely huge damage when combined with a sneak attack. And finally, the third cardinal sin is to not use the verticality of encounters. Enemies on lower ground have -2 to attack rolls, and you have +2 to attack rolls from the higher ground. In addition, it is easier to move out of line of sight from enemies that are on lower ground. A personal trick that I enjoy doing is to bonus action Misty Step behind an enemy on high ground and then cast Thunder Wave to knock them back down to the low ground. It immediately flips the encounter. Being on the high ground will also make it much harder for melee-based enemies to attack you, of course. A final tip to help with vertical encounters is to use saving throw spells on enemies that are above you when possible. This allows you to attack the enemy without worrying about the -2 to attack roll penalty. And that's all I got. Pretty short and sweet video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you learned something. There's plenty more to explore and utilize in this deep combat system, so feel free to drop any tips of your own in the comments that I did not mention. I'll see you folks next time. Please also tune in to my Baldur's Gate 3 ongoing Let's Play if you want to see more. And last but not least, take care of each other. Peace out.